Today, we take a closer look at three pressing issues: the attempted silencing of activist Omoyele Sowore in Nigeria, youth-led protests shaking Nepal, and the ongoing demolitions in Lagos that have sparked resistance on the Third Mainland Bridge. First, let's talk about the shocking revelation that the Department of State Services, DSS, reportedly ordered the platform X to delete Omoyele Sowore's account.
President Tinubu went to Brazil to announce to the world, there is no more corruption in Nigeria. But back home, what are they doing? The DSS is writing letters to X demanding that Sowore's account be deleted because he tweeted. When truth becomes the real crime, you know the country is going down. Sowore got a notice from X. The message was clear. The DSS wants us to delete your account because of the tweet on Tinubu. And yet, X stood firm. They said, we haven't taken any action. We respect the voice of our users. That, my friend, is what a sane society looks like. When platforms defend free speech against authoritarian bullying. But in Nigeria, the government's priority is not fighting corruption, not recovering billions looted, not protecting citizens. Their priority is silencing voices. And Sowore has been a target for years, jailed, harassed, and now they want to digitally erase him. What a shame. Now let's put the Brazil claim to test. Haja Alima Shehu, former CPAP coordinator, accused of embezzling 44.8 billion naira. Yaya Bello, former governor of Kogi State, facing charges of money laundering, and the court is requesting his assets be returned. Or should we talk about Betta Edu, suspending for diverting 585 million meant for vulnerable Nigerians. EFCC traced over 30 billion spread across dozens of accounts linked to our ministry. And then we have the oil sector. The NNPC itself admitted it is drowning in over 6 billion debt. OPL 245 remains one of the largest unresolved oil scandals. Tell me, where exactly is corruption-free Nigeria Tinubu is bragging about? Look at how public funds are wasted. Should we go to Rivers State? The sole administrator allocated 24 billion naira just for CCTV cameras in Government House. Then there's Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. 700 kilometers projected to go up $11 billion, about 15 trillion naira. The first 47 kilometers alone cost $747 million. And what is the DSS doing? Instead of working with the EFCC, they are busy writing to X about Sowore's tweet. Imagine that, her whole national security agency reduced to Twitter police. What an embarrassment. Meanwhile, X is showing Nigeria what accountability looks like. They didn't buy in. They didn't delete Sowore's account. They didn't join in the witch hunt. They defended his right to speak, gave him advice on what to do to protect himself. That is how democracy works. That is how institutions protect the people. But in Nigeria, our institutions protect the powerful and punish the truth tellers. Let it be known, the real lie is not in Sowore's timeline. It is on the lips of those claiming there is no corruption in Nigeria. So let's be clear. The shame is not on Sowore's tweet. The shame is a government that cannot stand the truth. The shame is a DSS that fears words more than it fears looters. The shame is an administration that says corruption is dead while billions disappear in broad daylight. But the fight is not lost. Sowore is firm. X stood firm. Now it is your turn. We must defend the voices that fear most, because corruption will not end with speeches in Brazil. It will only end when Nigerians refuse to be silenced.
This came after he openly called out corruption claims linked to President Bola Tinubu in Brazil. Instead of addressing the billion naira scandals involving figures like Betta Edu, Yahaya Bello, and Hajia Halima, the focus is shifted towards silencing dissenting voices. But here's the real question: in a democracy, should the government prioritize silencing critics or addressing corruption head-on? And if social media platforms defend free speech more than national institutions, what does that say about the state of Nigeria's democracy? Now, let's cross over to Nepal, where a massive protest has erupted. The trigger: deep-rooted corruption and a staggering 19.2% youth unemployment rate. Nepalese youth are in the streets after their government banned popular social media apps such as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp, and X. This was seen as an attempt to suppress criticism while politicians' children flaunt luxurious lifestyles abroad. Doesn't this sound painfully familiar? Young people are rising up because they are tired of watching their future stolen before their eyes. Should government silence the frustration of their youth, or listen and act on their demands? And for us watching from Africa, with even higher youth unemployment rates, are we looking into a mirror that reflects our own reality? Finally, in Lagos, we turn to the Sowore demolitions that have left many families homeless. This wave of destruction triggered a strong reaction as protesters locked down the Third Mainland Bridge, one of Nigeria's busiest routes. Imagine being forced to watch your home, your livelihood, and your history reduced to rubble in the name of development. When governments enforce policies that displace ordinary citizens without providing alternatives, who really benefits? Should development come at the expense of the people it claims to serve? Across these stories, one thread connects them all: the rising frustration of ordinary citizens when leaders fail to prioritize justice, accountability, and humanity. From Lagos to Kathmandu, the message is the same: people will no longer stay silent while their rights are trampled upon. So, I'll leave you with this: history has always been shaped not by the silence of the oppressed, but by the courage of those who dared to speak, act, then demand better. Stay informed, stay engaged, and remember, freedom is never given, it is won.